What is good, family? It is a family affair here at Rumble House Sports, man. We have a lot to jump into, man. It is your boy, Jay.
And this is Chris.
And it's your boy, Redman.
Speaking of someone who has been stubborn, or people are saying is a bit stubborn, Jade Cargill kind of gets into it with fans. You know, Jade from AEW, you know, who's one of the top women wrestlers that they actually have. She kind of gets into it with fans, or a fan, because a fan decided to create some fan art and they decided to sell it. They tagged Jade, they tagged AEW, and it was a drawing of her using her likeness, and they were selling it a part of their Patreon. If you know what Patreon is, there are levels to this, right? You pay this much, you get this exclusive content, so on and so forth. And she told people, don't support it, you know, and essentially her nor her team approved it. And fans were going at her for saying this, and like, it's not that big of a deal, you're tripping, he trying to get people to support his art. But I kind of side with Jade on this. If she doesn't agree with you making money off of her, then there's no question she's the athlete. Or do you guys believe that it's too much about nothing, that you are a star? This comes with the territory. Chris, I'll start with you, because on the Cruise Hip Hop Corner, you know, we deal with this a lot. Celebrities, musicians, you know, and I haven't seen it in this sense, but hey, if she says she has a problem with it, I mean, it's okay, right? She has a problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is, to each his own, because, you know, I'm sure that there are some WWE superstars out there that see it and deem it as an honor. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit surprising to me that she would have a problem with the fan doing this. Listen, I don't know how the legalities are with things like this. Are they allowed to sell it? I mean, it was a personal drawing. I mean, I don't know if they took a picture that she took,
but it was a drawing of her. It was a drawing of her. So therefore,
but you know, using somebody's likeness, but it's your original drawing. Like, I don't know how. I don't know how that goes.
Yeah,
you know, it'd be a different story if they took a picture she took, you know, off her social media or something, or a professional picture, and they copied that picture verbatim. Then I can understand how, you know, you get into some legal trouble that way. But, you know, I just don't know how something like that would work. Nevertheless, I guess to each his own on how they feel about things like this. Every superstar, I guess they have a right to feel how they want to feel. She's upset that she doesn't get paid from this. Is that what?
Yeah, I mean, she's not. Yeah, she's not receiving anything from this. And then, you know, wrestlers, they don't get paid crazily, no way. So anybody that's trying to come up on top of them,
it's fan art, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I can dig it. I can dig it.
It's fan art, so you know, I really don't necessarily understand if she really. I get it, but I don't understand if she has really
ground.
If she has enough weight to just have that much of a problem with it, if it's somebody's original drawing.
Well, I think she has that much weight to have a problem with it, because it's a drawing of her. Maybe she didn't like the way that she looked in it, and people are trying to pass it off as it being her. I mean, the fact of the matter is, that's like somebody creating I don't know, stuffed animals with your likeness, and even though it came from their mind, it is still your likeness, and people are buying it. Hold on, and people are buying it based off of it being of you. So therefore, if she's not receiving any money from it, look, when Lil Nas X had those shoes, now granted it was on a pair of Nike, it was Nike Customs, but the fact of the matter is, he had those shoes, and Nike, because of the deformation of what Nike was dealing with, they said, even though it was a creation created by a custom shoe company that
apples
always
and oranges.
I mean, hey, but what I'm saying is Nike had a problem.
Did he make like multiple copies and was selling them as a mass?
He was selling them. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, it was, if you wanted this, sign up. And he probably does these fan arts all the time. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, yes, he was selling this, and she didn't agree with that, man. You know, Redman, big deal or no big deal in regards to this?
Man, honestly, I see both sides of the scale. I mean, like Chris said, I mean, you know, we don't really know the legalities of it, you know, and how all that works. But I mean, I guess I agree with Jay, because I'm putting myself in those shoes, because if I found out that somebody was making money off a mural of me or of some sort, and I didn't have nothing to do with it, like, yeah, I want my coins too. Otherwise, I'm not feeling that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know,
I mean,
but the thing is, I think a lot of people, because they are superstars or because they're celebrities, it's par for the course. So you shouldn't be mad, but you can't tell me what I should or should not be mad at.
Right. I probably would have felt the same way, like no cap. So
yeah,
you know what I
mean, she has every right. I feel like she has every right to be upset with it. You know, if she's upset about not getting a cut or anything. I just personally feel it's not that big of a deal. But at the end of the day, it is her. Somebody is using her likeness. I kind of believe it's apples and oranges when we talk about somebody using somebody's likeness and selling something at a mass product. Like if he sold, like, you know, 500 pictures and he's making money, you know what I'm saying? 500, and he's made 500 copies of this drawing he did, and he's making money like that. Then I kind of get it. But if he just made one particular drawing and he sold it, then that's where I'm kind of like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But, you know, she has every right to feel.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
right. If I'm the superstar, I don't really care about it that much. But she has a right to feel that way since she is the superstar whose likeness is being used.
Right, but he did pull it. And he actually had tagged her and AEW when he put it up. So he wasn't trying to be sneaky about it. You know, he thought that it would be okay. Now, a lot of people are shocked that she had a problem with it. But, you know, the Butcher, who's a part of, you know, one of the dopest tag teams within AEW, the Butcher and the Blade, he had a similar incident where a fan walked up to him, asked him for something that he bought and paid for, and he told him no, and then the fan got mad. And I think that this is in line with, where we see you on social media, you're supposed to be in character, or you're supposed to be nice to me all the time. Man, these people have real lives, real situations, and they don't all the time want to be on. They don't all the time want to be on. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that because we have social media access and we can see these stars and we can kind of see the way that they're living, it kind of gives us this whole scenario of, I can do this, you know, I see you all the time. And it's like, no, not at all, man. Like, I don't agree with this. You using my likeness, you using my image, get away from me, don't do that, or run me my coins. That's what it boils down to. And like I say, in the Butcher's case, like, fans are mad at him because he said no. He has every right to. Just because you watch him on TV, or just because you're probably one of his biggest fans, dude, come on, man. He's human. She is human, and give her money. I can agree with you guys that it may not be that big of a deal, but if she has a problem with it, she has a problem with it, and nobody can tell her
she's not wrong for having a problem with it.
Right.
But I can see why somebody would say you're making a big deal out of it.
I mean, on top of that, she's dealing with married men in her DMs.
Which is another story, but
you know what I'm saying? That whole situation. Now,
I mean, she's a beautiful woman. I mean, I think anybody would,
but here's the deal.
If they had a chance to, would take that shot.
I mean, but here's the deal. If she's talking about married fans, then at that point, that's going to happen. But if she's
Yeah.
talking about married people within the industry,
That's
now
different.
that's the problem. That's the
different.
difference. If she's talking about married men within because when you're a celebrity, again, it's par for the course. Married men probably never think that you're ever going to look, never think that you're ever going to respond. Whoop do whoop, right? But if they are married men within the exact same industry as you, now that's different because you're probably working close to their wives. And that, and I'm not saying if you're married, you shouldn't be doing it, period.
Yeah, right. But you can see some crazy ass fan.
I can see a fan doing it.
Yeah,
right.
some crazy ass fan.
Because it's like, man, I'm gonna just hop in the DMs. She ain't gonna respond. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, man. Look, it is what it is, and it looks like that she's not in the business of, hurting marriages. Now, someone who is in the business of hurting people, you saw that, didn't you?
I got that right there.
Somebody who's in the business of hurting people, the Hurt Business reunited on Raw. Now, Redman, I know that you have been high on the Hurt Business. You were really, before I got back into it the way that I love to be now, you told me the Hurt Business was a problem and it was great for the WWE. They broke up at Bobby Lashley's request. But now it seems they're back together as they came and saved Bobby Lashley at his match. Is this something that is going to get Raw back on the right track? Because I doubt they are going to be drafted as a unit to SmackDown.
Hopefully this wasn't a one night thing with the Hurt Business. Hopefully they are going to choose to actually reunite them because they got broken up too prematurely. I mean, they were they were ascending, and for whatever reason, WWE decided that they felt like Bobby Lashley, which I get it because Bobby Lashley doesn't need anybody. He's a dominant force within his own. I get it, but I feel like we as fans are starving.
He needs Leo
I feel
Rush.
like we as fans are starving for like that dominant faction. I mean, now we got the bloodline, but
they are dominant.
You know what I'm saying?
They are
dominant. Prior to the bloodline, we didn't have no faction that was just dominating. You know what
Evolution?
I'm saying?
Evolution.
And the Hurt Business were ascending. I mean, you have Bobby Lashley as the champ. You have Cedric Alexander, Sean Bishop as the tag team champions. And if you could have had MVP as United States champion if you wanted to do that. I mean, I don't know.
No championship, man. Come on, man.
But I mean, I like the move. Hopefully this wasn't a one night off thing with the draft coming up. Hopefully they are going to reunite them because especially with Bobby Lashley not having a belt, he needs to wreak havoc. Obviously we see that that's what he's going to do, and having the Hurt Business back intact, and then of course the New Day, if they're gonna be back intact, they need somebody to feud with. So why not?
Well, I mean, they got somebody to feud with. They got the bloodline, and that's probably gonna go until WrestleMania. You know how Vince McMahon does his rivalries. Chris, you know what I'm saying? What do you think about the Hurt Business being back together? Is this something good for the WWE? Is that gonna kind of help with this wrestling war that's going on between them and AEW, whether or not anybody wants to admit it?
I mean, I think that it definitely helps Raw because for the first time, I found myself like excited about something on Raw, excited about seeing something that where like that you got punched in the mouth that you wasn't expecting. That moment.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And seeing the Hurt Business come back together definitely gave you that, and I feel like it gave Raw a new revamp freshness. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that they definitely need to push it as much as possible. I feel like that they should keep them together. As Red said, hopefully it's not just this one-nighter thing. I think that, and you got to listen to the fans. The fans won't lie to you. The fans won't lie to you, and I see everybody for the most part excited about this. So, like you said before, they broke them up way too prematurely. Yeah, it's because they really wanted to put and highlight that spot on Bobby Lashley, and Bobby Lashley really didn't need anybody, and they gave Bobby Lashley that title run or whatever. But still, I feel like that this is something. Listen, what happened with Evolution? Wasn't it at one point all of them had the titles?
Yeah.
At one point?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So, listen, they could do the same thing with the Hurt Business. So, I don't see, and I think they did a little bit of that, slightly that in the beginning with them.
What you gonna do? You gonna give Cedric Alexander the 205 title? Is that what you about?
The 205 title.
Yeah, is that what you about to do? The
I
cruiserweight title?
There's only so many titles, to go around. You know what I'm saying? But still, I feel that they were broken up way too prematurely, and they have yet to see the height of what that group can do for Raw and for the WWE period.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's good. I think everybody likes the Hurt Business. They kind of like the way that they move. Obviously, you got some of the greatest. I can't say the greatest, but you have some of the most likable wrestlers a part of this faction. And I must say, shouts out to WWE for the melanin being in the spotlight. I can say that looking at all of those people in the ring and kind of seeing them stand together and be main events. I mean, it's even happening on SmackDown when we talk about New Day versus the Bloodline. So shouts out to all of them, man, for that. If I can say that WWE is getting it right, that is one thing that they are in fact getting right, because we've had far too long where that hasn't happened, man. So shouts out to both people involved. And we'll see the way that this works. Hopefully this draft, every time they have a shakeup, it always benefits. Like I say, it always benefits SmackDown, but hopefully this shakeup benefits both brands. And who knows? This fight is exactly what WWE needs, and I don't think that they took them serious enough when they started a year ago. But here we are in year 2, and I think that they're understanding that it is in fact a legit situation. Man, y'all are tuned in to Rumble House Sports. It's your boy Jay.
And this is Chris.
And it's your boy Red, man.
And I promise this is the last topic for the show. Let's go.
Yes, sir.